Hi, Rex here. Today I wanted to take a look at this Happymodel Moblite 6, and it's a newest version of the Mobula 6. Earlier this year, I think it was late October, I ordered a Mobula 6 for the indoor season coming up. Usually we start in November, and this has been my trusty flyer. It's a Beta FPV, the lighter board, but I thought this fall I could get a little bit lighter if I went with the integrated VTX. This one's like in the 19 gram weight, and so I thought I could get something a little bit lighter. I didn't realize the DSMX version of the Mobula 6 came with a separate receiver, which added gram 1.3 grams or something. So it ended up being the same weight as this when I got done. But then I had trouble. I didn't even get it. I never got it flying. I couldn't get the receiver to bind. I had another receiver I tried. I had a little full speed micro receiver. I put that on there. Still couldn't get it to bind. It was just nightmare. Happymodel was pretty helpful, but they wanted me to send it back to China. And ended up, Race Day Quads is where I bought it, and they ended up giving me a full credit. So that worked out pretty well. They were pretty easy to deal with on that. So I had a credit, but then I was gonna get a B-Brain, try a B-Brain, because I was a little bit disgusted with the Happymodel not working and stuff. But then those were sold out at that time. By the time I got my refund and stuff, so I saw that these briefly on the website, and it has this. It comes with this kind of strap over the front for the camera mount, so the camera mount's up front. And I thought it was just it said it was the Moblite or whatever, and I thought it was the same quad, just with a different camera mount and save a few grams, and just at a quick glance, and I didn't realize that they had changed the board and lightened up the board and stuff. So after I couldn't get the B-Brain one, I looked back at the Mobula 6, or this Moblite, and then ended up grabbing one of these. And when I got it, I was like, oh, that's why it's lighter, because the thing is, it has the board's smaller. It's kind of triangle shaped. Another thing it saves weight is it doesn't have the motor plug-ins for the motors. That saves some weight, but some guys were cutting those off and direct soldering. So this isn't the original. This is the Beta FPV chassis. I like the frame, the Beta FPV frame, a little bit better. They're about the same weight. I think this is like 0.1 grams heavier. So there's nothing wrong with the standard Happymodel frame, but I just was kind of used to the Beta frames, so I was pretty pleased with the weight of it once I got it. The camera mount was something like, you used a screw. You gotta adjust it with the screws here on the back side. A screw went through there, and then it kind of almost like a zip tie, so you went through like this. And then the camera went out front there, and it had a piece of foam kind of stuffed in behind it, and it looked like if you crashed and stuff, it could move, and it really wasn't very fixed. I just thought this was a little bit cheesy. Like, I think I saw in some other reviews that without the foam, so they must have added the foam so it didn't jiggle. That was one of the problems that they had, was wasn't jiggling, or it was jiggling, so that they did some hot glue and stuff. So, but I just ditched this altogether. The weight, I'm gonna try weight. So I ended up, I 3D printed the. This is on Thingiverse. I'll try and leave if I remember, in the description down below, I'll leave a link to some of the stuff I'm using here. I thought this camera mount would be a little bit heavier, but You know, it's 0.4 grams. And one of these is 0.7, so it is slightly heavier. But it's a nicer, much nicer camera mount. It's a little more fixed. You can get, I have like this one here is 40 degrees. You see, it's quite a bit more. I did try it, and it did fly pretty well. Just in the small house. I think if you're a little more, if you're like a gym or something, going up to 40, there's a 45 I believe too. I think I got a 30 on there right now. So, and this is the Runcam Nano camera it comes with. It plugs in, so I could have a spare one all ready to go here, and just plug it in, screw it down, and go. So there was, you know, it was quite a pleasant surprise on the weight and not having the motor connectors. I was one that wasn't going to go through the work of cutting them off and stuff, but if it comes that way like this is my preferred motor is the 0802 1900. That was, I was running a 0802 1900, the older style on this one. This is the updated bell, the one-piece bell. It's a little rounded and stuff. It's slightly lighter. So I was pleasantly surprised with it. I did fly it just stock the way it was with the camera mount and stuff, and I thought the stock tune was not very good. It felt really smooth. I don't fly the 3-blade props that it comes with, but I usually like the grip of the 4, but the I don't know, it just felt kind of, it really felt smooth, but the power and stuff, but it kind of sucked up against walls, and I didn't think it flew as good as the Moblite 6 or just anything with, you know, the stock tune and stuff. So it did a little tuning and stuff too. I haven't quite got it. I've got it pretty close now. Another thing was the antenna. The antenna was like super long. It was like this long. It was wrapped back around. I cut it. I do get RSSI. I got it kind of tucked in there now. I think I need to bare a little bit more of the coax. I'm getting RSSI when I go into the other room where we race. It's all one big room, and I shouldn't have a problem. But so I'm at right now. I'm around 18 grams with this right now. $17.9, but I think that connector's touching there. 18.0, but you know, they come about 18.4 stock. This camera mount I just showed was like slightly heavier, 0.3, 0.4 grams heavier. The props, 4-blade props are say 1.2 versus 1.1. So you know, it's if you were to go 3-blade props and, you know, the stock canopy or a lighter canopy, or some people, you know, have just hot glued the camera up in front and stuff, you can get this thing really light. I did lighten this this frame. I drilled some holes here, I scalloped a little bit on the backside. I didn't really take, you know, it scalloped a little bit here with just Dremel and stuff. Didn't really take a lot of weight off it, but it does every little bit helps. And I do have the Reny screws. I'll try and leave a description in the down below for the Reny screws. They'll save, you know, maybe third of a gram to half a gram or something too. So every little, you know, 0.3, 0.2 grams you can save. I'm pretty happy with the weight. Like my racer that I raced last year, yeah, 19.5, which is pretty good for. Probably would save a little bit if I got the hair out of the props. But yeah, this one's been a great flyer. So I'm pretty happy with the weight, especially if if you fly with 3-blade props. There's this thing. If you fly 3-blade props or something, you're gonna save a little bit, or if you have a different camera mount and stuff. So you can get this thing down 17.5 grams, or without much work. I was not ever gonna go through the work to desoldering the plugs off these and all that too. So it's nice. It's like I said, I was really surprised that it did have some of the features. Just looking at the the picture, I didn't realize it had all that stuff different. So I believe it. It's the best whoop out there. For lightness right now. So I did end up getting rid of my Spectrum. I ended up going with the Christmas special, the Jumper T18. I've had really good luck with it. It's bound up nice. It's been pretty good for me. I've been flying these GNB 300s last year. These are actually last year's batteries, and they held up good just sitting over the summer. I don't cycle them or anything. And so I guess I could go over it. The Mobile 6 didn't. It just came in a box, but this Moblite 6 came with this nice case. It came with an extra frame. This one is the one that I had. It came with some tools: a screwdriver, a wrench, or to pry bar for the props. It comes with a little charger for USB charger. It came with 2 batteries. These are a decent battery. Probably not quite as good as the GNBs. A couple stickers. So it came with more stuff than the Mobile 6. So for about the same price, I think I paid like $89.95 for it. So yeah, I got to mess around a little bit with some different camera angles. I didn't really have, last year I just kind of used the 20-25 degree on my other one and didn't really mess around too much, but it kind of depends. You could have another camera set up if they build a fast track that week, and you could just pop a new camera in there, or even have another mount with the camera already set. So like I said, I didn't really care for the tune on the stock tune that it came with. The Mobile 6 actually felt decent. Some of the stock tunes feel pretty good on the 3.5.7. I think I still got 3.5.7 Betaflight on this one, and it flies pretty good and stuff. I ended up going to Emu Flight. I tried someone else's tune. I think it was Mr. Shutterbugs. He had some stuff on there. I tried some of that stuff. I ended up, oh yes, and I am doing the dual axis steering and that's really only through Emu Flight, I think. You can do mixing on the radio, so it mixes. There's a video. Look at Shutterbugs, Mr. Shutterbugs video on using the dual axis steering. And basically, what you're doing is you're using, instead of just using all yaw, you're using some of the other sticks. So you're not just using the one stick and stuff. So yeah, because it tends to be with whoops, you're using yaw and just your feed forward. You're not using much roll. So you're using roll together, and it flies a little more like you would with your 5-inch or 4-inch outside. So I do like the dual axis steering. I tried just that, and it did really help. So I'm at the Project Mockingbird. Pretty much everything they have on that for the Emu Flight. It's a 1S Emu Flight, and it's a little bit older. I think Emu has a newer version of their software since then, but it all converts over pretty well. So it's pretty locked in now. I'll maybe just do just a little bit of flight footage. I basically just got that tune on it today, so that's the first time flying with this tune. I don't really have more than like 8-10 batteries on this, so the flying, I'm not an expert pilot and stuff, but whoops are fun because they're a little closer. The 5-inch outside, I just get I'm 50, gonna be 55 next week, so I kind of get my butt handed to me outside on the 5-inch. I can fly decent and stuff. It's just those other guys are just so fast. But the whoops are nice because they're kind of a spec type thing. You spec size, they're less power, and it's kind of an equalizer, and I really like that part of it. So I'll leave links in the description for most of the stuff I can do on there. So yeah, that's about it. I guess if you're in the looking for a charger, this ultra power charger here, I've had really good luck. It does 3 different kinds of batteries. It's adjustable up to 1 amp. Now you have to have enough power coming in. I can use the XT60 for a battery. 4-cell, I still got some 4 cells. Most of my 5-inch quads use 6, and you're probably going to burn it out. So, but yeah, it's nice that it goes up to 1 amp and has 6 ports. Really do like it. And then when it cycles through, it says the voltage that each one's at when they're charging it and stuff. So it's been that's been a solid charger. Well, that's about it on this Moblite 6. Thanks for watching, and